It's not. This is not a spring chicken. There's nothing like the month of December and a gorgeous sky that just makes you want to smile and get in the mood. So for now, we'll bring Oldecam on for comments on the headlines of today. Homes are selling at record rates.
They're also being foreclosed at record rates, which is why they're selling at record rates, because the bank is buying them.
I heard that even people from China are coming over here and going on home tours.
I know. Of course, they don't have any money either, but...
Obama to put money into large government projects, hiring millions of illegal aliens.
Yeah, this is what people think of. That BS is back today, folks. Because if you've seen any government projects, you'll notice that almost all of the people on the projects don't speak English.
Well, you know, they're not going to be illegal for long because they're going to be getting amnesty.
Well, that's the whole trick, so...
And the challenge with a lot of that is, a lot of that money doesn't stay here in this country.
Yeah, but they also said that 4 out of every $5 spent on an infrastructure project ever actually go to the project. It is for the infrastructure
Oh, really?
Government.
Homes are being refinanced at record rates.
And they said the people that are refinancing them can't afford to make the payments on their refinancing.
What does that tell you?
Same business as usual.
Bush and Democrats seek to finalize bailout for U.S. automakers.
Yeah, there's nothing in it that George Bush likes, so what was supposed to be done yesterday is not going to be done until Wednesday, if at all now, because they think that they don't have the Republicans to pass it.
Well, you know, and the part about this bailout for the U.S. automakers, although they don't want to call it a bailout, what's different than the savings and loan is now they're trying to make a car czar and they want the heads to step down. What in the world is this?
Well,
that's ridiculous.
They're wanting to take charge of all of the industry in this country, the Democratic Party.
Yeah, but they're giving the automakers so, I mean, they didn't give as much hassle to, like, Citicorp and AIG, and they got lots more money.
They have a Democratic president now, and he's running the country, not Bush.
Chicago workers sit-in becomes rallying point.
Yeah, you know, this is what to do with the Democratic Party's thing about if you go out of business, you got to tell people 2 months in advance that you're going out of business and give them all this money that they've earned. It don't work that way. When you go out without any money, there's no money.
Well, yeah, and they wanted to. They were trying to get their bank loan.
I know, but the Bank of America said there's no chance of them making any money, so they just stopped them flow of money.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, put it this way, you can't make, you know, okay, it brings into effect a Monty Bubbleism that it fits the Democratic Party. You can't get blood from a turnip.
Auto company sales rolling out of this country.
Yeah, we heard that at SEMA. And we heard that over at the LA Auto Show. They expect their largest part of their market anymore to be out of this country, not in it now.
In fact, I was looking at the LA Times yesterday, and GM had actually more sales out of the U.S. than in the U.S.
Well, these companies are massively profitable out of the United States.
Oh,
it's the same company that says they're broke here.
Will there be a Christmas next year at the White House?
Yeah, I mean, we're talking the blogosphere and BS. I mean, everywhere on the internet, they're all talking about the fact that somehow it escaped everybody's attention. You know, a People article about Mr. Obama really doesn't believe in Christmas because he said it's too commercial. No Christmas tree, no presents for his children. He also doesn't believe in giving birthday presents to his daughters either.
Bummer.
That's right.
The Scrooge stops here.
That's right.
Strice and President Bush share awkward smooch.
Yeah, well, she totally and absolute hates him and let him do it. Well, she wants him arrested and put in jail.
Well, it's kind of hard to have peace when
Junior did W. I mean, Josh Brolin did W, which was a massive flop.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Police shooting sparks riots in 2 Greek cities.
Yeah, basically, just the country's got financial problems. Just an excuse to destroy things.
Militants in Pakistan torch more than 160 U.S. NATO vehicles.
And they're blaming it all on the Marine Corps. They said that the militant problem is out of hand in Pakistan, but the Marines, this should have never been a 160 vehicle convoy for anyone, you know, especially the Pakistani guards. They torch.
First Vietnamese American elected to Congress.
He took Jefferson's seat in Louisiana, which they thought was a secure seat. But then again, when you have you're fleeing Hurricane Katrina and you go back to your home and get $100,000 out of a refrigerator.
What?
It was cold cash.
Obviously.
Yeah.
5 indicted Blackwater guards plan to surrender in Utah.
I mean, okay, basically no one is going to want to get involved with our country. I mean, they're also charging them with firing automatic weapons, which is not a, you know, they're throwing the book at them, and they also dumped their trial off to Washington, which basically was a violation of their rights to challenge where the court hearing should be held.
Reports Tribune Company prepares for possible bankruptcy filing.
It's not possible now. They did this morning. They basically they owe $13 billion they can't pay.
Ouch. And the Tribune is not only in Chicago, it's also the LA Times.
Time, television stations, the Chicago Cubs, I think, yep.
Recycling is almost dead in this country.
Because there is no money in it. I mean, okay, first of all, we have so much recyclable stuff piled up everywhere. I mean, we can go down off of Jefferson here, and you can see buildings with the stuff just piled outside of the buildings because there's no place to put it.
Hybrids and fuel economy cars are sitting with no takers.
Right. People don't want them. You can't, okay, they could, we know that all the Priuses that could, they would build 4 or 5 times as many Priuses as they got, but nobody wants the things.
Well, they're also sitting at the ports because the cars aren't selling.
Well, they're not selling because, okay, 1, you can't get financing. 2, people don't want the cars.
Although I did hear that the end of the year is the best time, and they said the best time to buy cars is in the last 15 years now.
The best time to buy a car is you go down to the docks because they're all over the United States. They're leasing acres of ground to put cars that nobody wants to buy.
Ooh. Obama and Democratic Party leaders to replace the heads of business in this country with their people.
Well, yeah, I mean, nothing like a socialist takeover.
We were talking about that before, remember, with all the bailouts?
That's right.
Oh. Go green. Algae could be the next hot biofuel.
Okay, it's a good idea, but you have to grow it somewhere. And that somewhere takes up something that somebody is, you know, if it can, you can grow algae, you can grow something else that maybe somebody could eat.
Strong new financial regulation at the center of his economic recovery program.
Yeah, basically it's punish every business in the country, which means nobody's gonna spend, no one's gonna borrow, no one's gonna loan if they think they're gonna go to jail. I mean, right now, it has went from oust the heads of the 3 automobile companies to arrest the heads of the 3 automobile companies.
What?
Yeah,
that's
the
ridiculous.
Latest. That's right.
Actually, we should be talking more about that one later. I mean, it's just ridiculous.
They don't care.
And Iacocca's coming to speak out about it.
He said that there's no reason. He said these executives did nothing wrong except run their company. You know, they said you make a wrong guess on what the public wants, and that's what happens.
Tainted Irish pork may have reached 25 nations.
Yeah, why would you want to eat pork from Ireland?
I didn't know they had
pork. We don't even
pork.
eat potatoes from Ireland.
Stocks continue to rise on bad news. Something smells very rotten.
Oh, I know. This is what BS had to think about that. No matter how bad the news, the stock goes up. Has anybody ever heard of an inversion program? An inversion program is when you put it into the computer that makes everything that's going up look like it's going down, and everything that's going down looks like it's going up. And guess, you know, okay, when you lose 500,000 jobs and the stock market climbs by 600 points, no.
Will recession mean a toned-down inauguration?
No, because they're expecting 1 million black Americans to be there.
Although they did say there were still rooms available,
Oh, yeah.
which
Well,
surprised.
people, okay.
Of course, it depends on how much those rooms were.
The people are not willing to spend the money, but you've got to talk about people coming in for a day.
Oh, and camping out.
And they're still going to go to the parties. I mean, the people that go to the parties are generally campaign donators, are old senior citizens that they want, to be able to wrap an arm around and say, he supported me.
Obama pledges not to smoke in the White House.
Yeah.
Now.
Okay. He said not to smoke in the White House. It's a government building and it's no smoke zone. He didn't say he wouldn't smoke outside the White House. That's what Bill Clinton did.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he smoked cigars.
Ah.
But he only smoked cigars in private, or when he was walking, or when he was in a hamburger place.
A Monty Bubbleism from the Mark Twain of the animal kingdom.
Well, which we did that earlier. But no matter how hard the Democratic Party tries, you cannot squeeze blood out of a turnip.